graders, it's Jessica Tanner here with EncourageX, and today we're going to talk about how to create a new life event. So you'll see I am logged in on our CMS dashboard, and in order to create a new life event, we're going to click right here on the Life Events tab. You'll see here, this is my menu of existing life events. As you continue to add additional life events, these will be organized in alphabetical order. But for today's tutorial, we're going to go ahead and add a new one. So we'll go to the green Add New button in the top right-hand corner. And here you'll see all of the blank fields in order to walk through and create a life event step by step. One thing to mention is this little box over here. This is a navigation menu to help show exactly where you are in the process of creating the new life event. So as we continue to fill out these fields and scroll down through the page, you'll see this menu over here change to different sections of this page. And when we get down here to the bottom, that's the end of the life event input. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we're going to enter our life event title. This is the actual title that will be displayed on the life event page, as well as what we'll be able to search for and what will be shown underneath the category page with other life events. The subtitle, main themes of the life event, a good way to describe this is kind of the keywords that are related to this topic. So for example, if I had a life event about cooking dinner, I might have family meals, cooking, eating, dinner, healthy living. Those would be some subtitles that I might want to input here. Life event categories, this is where you would select the drop down to select which category you want this life event to be displayed under. You'll see that I have some populated already. Even though this life event is new, these categories have already been created. So that's why you're seeing content populate in this drop down. The URL slug, this is going to be the specific slug related to your collection. So for example, if I was working in the Legacy Athletics collection, my slug would be legacy-athletics / and then you're going to copy the name of this life event title and paste it right behind the / without any spaces. So for example, as I said, if my slug was Legacy Athletics, it would be / let's say talking to coaches. Oop, if I can spell correctly. There we go, talking to coaches. So this is what your URL slug would look like. This is very important because this is a way for the EncourageX admin to make sure that all of your life events are properly linked to your collection. Go ahead and get rid of this and continue to work forward. Thumbnail image, this is the image that will be displayed whenever users search for the life event on your site. So if I were searching for talking to coaches, whenever the search results popped up, this would be the image that I would see before clicking into the actual life event itself. Header image, this is the image that's at the very top of your topic. It's kind of described as a background image or a cover photo. It's a good place to put something that's related to the life event, or maybe even a picture of like your company or some of your other curators, or another place for your logo. It's really up to you. Right here, this box, private life event, if this is checked, that means that only people that are subscribed to your collection will be able to see this life event. So if I were to uncheck this box here, that means that users would be able to see it and access it on the open platform. Okay, you'll see we are continuing through our navigation menu over here, now into the metadata section. Metadata is specific to how you share and how you get users to link to your site. So through mainly social media is the best example. So for example, if you guys are posting on Facebook and you want to share this to Facebook or LinkedIn, this data in particular would be what is displayed when you enter the link to this particular topic. So again, you have the title, encourage someone trying to talk to coaches, for example. That would be a good one right here. Page description, what that topic is about, just a very brief introduction so that the user, the recipient, knows what they're going to be clicking into. And then also thumbnail image. Again, this is going to be displayed whenever this link is shared across social media or also across text messaging. Okay, next section is the curator information. This is where if you would like to put the curator's information, such as right here, curation title, you can really put anything you want in here. Standard operating procedure for EncourageX platform is just to put curated by and then the curator's name and a brief bio about them. You could also say this topic has been created by, or you could choose to leave this blank, completely up to you guys. And then also down here you can upload their image to go along with their name and biography. Okay, getting into the e-guide content, the try before you buy option, again, that's another option to kind of give users a preview of the topic before they subscribe. Side images, this is a new feature that was recently added to give curators an opportunity to either add links to their website, or maybe they choose to put their image there, or they could use this for sponsor logos. This is going to be displayed on the life event itself. It'll be displayed over here on the right side of the screen, and you only have the option to add 2 images here. So in order to do that, we would click Add New, upload the picture that we want to be displayed, and then the link that that picture would redirect to in a new window. And then again with that sort index, always from smallest to largest. So with 2 available spaces for side images, this number could be 0 and 1, 1 and 2. Again, smallest will be displayed first, largest will be displayed second. And then after the side images, we get right down into the content. So as you'll see within the CMS, the template of a new life event comes with 3 kind of standard content categories: what he or she might be thinking about, words that might be encouraging, and words that might be discouraging. Each of these sections has the option to use a sort index to rearrange them. You can also use these up and down arrows to move the paragraphs either up within the life event, down, or use this red X button to delete this section entirely. You can change the title, you can add the sort index, and then also within the content box, you can add links, you can add bullets, bold and italic font options, and then as well as your alignment on your text. And then again, you can also display each section that you want to populate on the e-guide itself. So you have that for each of the existing fields. And then as you scroll to the bottom, you also have the option over here in the blue button to click and add additional content fields. When you have that option, again, those arrows move up and down, and you can add as many as you'd like here. And then once you get through the main content section, we're going to scroll down into the galleries section. This is where you would add videos and images. So if I wanted to add some media to my life event, I would click Add New. And you'll see that when you click the main Add New button, as I just did, it gives you the option to add videos here and images here. Now, one thing to note is when you have a gallery, your videos and your images are going to be displayed in the same gallery as it's currently set up in the CMS platform. If you want to have them displayed separately, for example, if I wanted one slider of videos, a second slider of images, and if I wanted to add another slider and move it somewhere up within a different section or a different placement on my life event, I would add an additional gallery down here, and I would organize them accordingly. So again, when I add that additional media gallery, you'll see that these navigation arrows and the X appear. So just keep in mind when you guys are adding media to your life event, you can name it, you can have a sort index, and then you can also use these arrows to move your images and your visuals and videos all throughout your topic. Once we get through the content and the media gallery, we get down into the encouragement curation. This drop down would be encouragements that you have curated. You'll see I don't particularly have any for this account right now. If you were to upload your own encouragements, you would be able to select them from the drop down right here. You also have the option to upload and add encouragements that have been added by EncourageX. These are also available on the open platform, but you can tie them into your private collection by clicking the drop down window, and you can scroll through here. You'll see they're organized by audio and video. We'll scroll down a little while longer. We've got events and experiences. If we were to keep going, you'd also see words and phrases and gifts and goodwill. So for example, if I were to click on one of these encouragements, it would automatically populate in this field, and I could go on to add some additional. If you change your mind and you decide not to select one of these encouragements and have it linked to that topic, you can select the individual blue X next to that particular encouragement. If you, let's say you had several added and you decided, I don't want to add all these encouragements, I want to do all custom curated encouragements instead of going through and clicking the blue X on each individual encouragement, you can click this big bold X to the right, and that will take you back to a clean and clear screen. Once you've linked your encouragements, then we get down here to the last section, which is sponsor logos. So these logos will appear on a horizontal strip at the very bottom of your e-guide. Again, we would click the Add New button. We could link to a different website that would open outside of a new window outside of the EncourageX platform, and then also an image to represent this URL. So we could add a couple different logos in here, and then again, you see once we add them, those navigation arrows appear so that it's really easy for you to move them around as far as placement on your topic. So when you have all of your content filled in on the CMS, you are going to click Save. Once you do that, it will save all of your content as you have it input. Now, you will also have the option to go back and publish the live event when you are ready to make it live, meaning that right now it's built, it's in the CMS, you can go back and edit it at any time, but until you publish your live event, users are not going to be able to see it on your collection. If you decide to start over, or you change your mind, or for any reason you don't want to move forward with creating this live event, then we would select the cancel button instead. So that's how we walk through on how to create a live event. I wanted to show you guys just an example real quick of one that has been created and walk through each of the sections that we talked about. So I'm currently logged into the EncourageX platform, and you'll see here is my live event title, Parents of a Competitive Fast-Pitch Softball Player. Here's my subtitle, those keywords that we talked about. This is the curator image, curated by, that's the title section, curator's name, and then bio. This image right here, this Legacy Athletics, that background, that is the header image that we were talking about. This is a content section that I added in addition to what was provided by the EncourageX template. Here's my side images. If I were to right click, I could open a link to my website in this new tab. You'll see down here we navigate through our different content fields. This is the standard video and media gallery that I was telling you guys about. Again, you see videos displayed as well as images. If I wanted these separate, then I would go into my CMS, I would edit this particular live event, and I would display these in different galleries, one for images, one for videos. Once I get through all of the content, I scroll down to Start Encouraging Now. This is where your encouragements are tied in. Important thing to note is you will not see your encouragements associated with this live event until you decide to start encouraging someone. You're not going to see them displayed on the main EncourageX platform page. You'll have to start selecting a specific relationship and then moving forward with encouraging them on this topic. You could also roll down, you could share this topic if you wanted to, across different social media outlets as well as email it to someone. Right here you'll see the average user rating that other users have provided based on their opinion of the life event itself, the encouragements. This is where the user rating will be displayed. Underneath the rating you'll see the sponsor section. These are those logos that we added. Each of these logos has a direct link to the sponsor's website if you were to click on them. And then you also have the opportunity to rate this particular life event or this e-guide yourself at the bottom of the screen. Again, this is going to contribute to the user rating that's displayed right here. And that is an example of a life event. If you guys have any questions at any time, always encourage y'all to reach out to us at curation@encouragex.com.